I'm back with another video. This is going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 9. First off, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button below because we do talk about The Walking Dead and other stuff to this channel. So, before we dive in the trailer breakdown for the second half of Season 9, I'm going to give you a spoiler warning ahead of time. If you're not caught up with the TV show or you're not a Walking Dead comic book reader, this is your warning because I am going to refer some of this stuff from the trailer, from the comics, because it is a lot of the comic material. So, with the trailer breakdown, some of these topics I probably will make more in depth of the video of their separate own, but this is going to be briefly talking about the trailer breakdown and stuff like that. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, and if you got any suggestions about certain topics, let me know in the comments below. So let's dive on in from the trailer breakdown. So with the graveyard scene we seen it in the first part of the trailer, it looks like they just left off from the mid-season finale, episode 8, with the death of Jesus and with the introduction of the Whispers, and they finding out the Whispers are people. So, yeah, it's really cool with the creep factor, and we hear our group with Michonne, Sadiq. I don't know if Sadiq's fully there, but I'm just saying, if he is, he is. If not, he's not. But there's Michonne, there's Jean, there's Aaron, Magna and her group, Daryl and Dog, and stuff like that. They're all around at the graveyard hearing more whispers of the creep factor saying, "You are dead." And I was just like, ugh, crap. And I'm interested if that who voice that is, but besides the point. We see some of the Whispers coming out, try to attack them, so they are more Whispers there besides the ones they killed in episode 8. And I think with all the mix-up, we're going to see the introduction of Lydia. And that's when they bring Lydia back to the hilltop and keep her as prisoner. And I don't know how in the mix-up they accidentally leave one of the Whispers alive and they report it back to Alpha, or Alpha's there, or what. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But that's going to be with the graveyard. That's going to be happening in episode 9. So, and also this is going to probably be in episode 9 too, with them returning to the hilltop was Jesus after the aftermath of the graveyard, and giving bad news to the people at the residents at the hilltop. I don't know if this right here is going to be what reunite to the hilltop, the kingdom, and Alexandria. I don't know if this is going to be, or they're going to be civil to try to figure out what's this new threat and stuff like that. And they're going to probably have Jesus a funeral and see what's next. And with Lydia coming in the picture, they're going to have her in prison. This is probably where they're going to, if they not already unmasked her as her a young lady, I don't know, but we're going to see her in prison. They're going to probably interrogate her and see what the heck are they and all that stuff. And probably Lydia's going to tell them that their group is just disguise herself as the herd so they can live off the land. And she's just going to talk about different stuff about the herd group and all that. There's a scene right here with her talking to Daryl, and she tells Daryl that he don't belong with our group, that he's more like in her group. And I don't know if Daryl's like, I don't know, or it gives him an ideal. Maybe he should go it might go in the future that he could possibly go undercover and spy on their camp to see what they are. I don't know. That's just a theory I'm thinking of and all that stuff. And this is probably because Henry possibly still be in the cell when they put Lydia, so we're going to see of Lydia and Henry a talk, and this could possibly blossom out with a relationship. And then the comic is with Lydia and Carl, because Henry's taken some of Carl's storyline of the comics. So this is going to be very interesting to see. And this is probably, we'll see another clip of Alden and Luke with the Whispers. I don't know where this is coming out to play. I don't know if this is going to be in episode 9 or later on the season 9. But it looks like something kind of trouble. And with Luke, he does get his character does die in the hands of the Whispers. I don't know this giving foreshadow of Alden's character or not. But I will do my predictions of the boar who dies on the Whisper borderline and all that stuff. So, besides that, we see with the Whispers spying on the hilltop. It is a cover. I think it's issue 1. I think it's issue 134 or 135. I think. I don't know. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. But I think it's between the issue 134 to 135. 134, 135, or 136. It's right before the introduction of Alpha. So this is a real clue based off the comic cover. But we see the Whispers spying on the hilltop, and they probably because of Alpha. And we see the introduction of Alpha. And I'm really interested to see how they put her as her introduction of Alpha. I'm really interested to see how it is because of the comics. But Alpha's probably going to the hilltop to get Lydia back and see if stuff like that. And we see Daryl going to him and all that stuff. We see Daryl, I don't know if in the comics Rick approaches Alpha, but in the TV show Daryl is. And it looks like Daryl's going to be taking some, I don't know if he's going to take Rick's storyline or what. But Daryl's character is very interesting to see how he plays in the Whispers. And we see another theme with Daryl with Beta. First off, Beta, right though, after that plays Beta, Ryan Hurst, he looks badass, creepy as shit. I'm just saying, throwing that out there. But it's interesting how they introduce Beta and stuff like that. And it looks like Daryl and Beta is having a fight scene. I don't know if they're remaking it because in the comics it's Negan and Beta. In the TV show it's Daryl and Beta. And it would be interesting if Negan, Beta's fighting with Daryl and it goes downhill with Daryl. Not per se Daryl gets killed or nothing, but he could possibly get injured. And it'd be cool if Negan rolls in and helps Daryl out somehow. I don't know. Just a theory to throw out and stuff like that. But we see some clips of the Kingdom with Carol and Ken and Ezekiel are talking on the stage about different stuff. And there's a mystery man coming across Jerry. I don't know who this character is, but it's interesting to see who he is and all that stuff. But it looks like the Kingdom is having a trouble, and we hear Michonne talking about if they don't help the Kingdom, something about the Kingdom is possibly going to fall or something, and I don't know what that means or per se. It's going to be interesting to see. But we see Carol, Jared, and Diana. I think that is the woman with the arrow from the Kingdom. They look like they come across danger, and I don't know if it's because of the Whispers or this mystery man. I don't know. It's be interesting. Well, we're going to talk about briefly the fire. This fire has been talking about between episodes 6, 7, and 8 of mention of different people. The fire is really important in the comics. This does line up to the Whisper boar death, but I'm saying I think we're going to see the full-on fire close to the end of the season. We might see hints throughout the second half, but yeah. And we're going to talk about Negan, the very end of it. There are a sneak peek of Negan. I will go in a separate video to talk about that sneak peek with Negan. But we see Negan at the very end of it. I don't know per se he has went back to the sanctuary or what. Or he's somewhere else. I believe he's going back to the sanctuary. And I do have a video talking about Negan in the second half. I will link it up in the description. I will link it up the icon or in the description about Negan's character per se. And yeah. So the next one is going to be talking about Rosita and Father Gabriel. They are briefly a part of them two. And it looks like probably Rosita's back at Alexandria from what happened from her. But Father Gabriel looks upset. And I think there's two options. It could be possibly because of finding out that Negan broke out, and probably Father Gabriel blames himself for Negan escape. Or if they're going with the comic book route, Rosita was pregnant by this time, but it wasn't. Well, in the comics, she was with Eugene, but it wasn't Eugene's baby. This could be possible. They might go with that route, but I really wouldn't know, because it's really, I don't know how we're going to see, because we just see briefly of Father Gabriel and Rosita's relationship. I don't know if they're going with that route or what, but Father Gabriel is upset and all that stuff. And we see a sneak peek, briefly of Michonne and Siddiq talking about the kingdom is falling, and Siddiq's like, well, he's acting like he wants to help and want Michonne to be on board. We see that in the last 3 episodes of her, and Michonne's not on board with the whole deal. Like, if they fall, it's more benefit for Alexander than helping them. I don't know about that. It's very interesting to see of what happened the last 6 years. And with that, we see a flashback of Michonne. I had to go look back a couple times with this part right here with Michonne. So it is a flashback of Michonne, right, probably during the time right after Rick possibly went missing or death, per se. And I think she does something. This is what cause of the whole tension between all the communities. And I think she does something really, really bad. And she just, I don't know. I'm really interested to see what happened to all the communities. And I think we're going to get some flashbacks for the second half. And then we see it briefly of Michonne and Judith at Carl's grave. It looks like it's kind of overgrown and stuff like that. But yeah, this is my trailer breakdown for the second half of season 9. Like I said, it is a sneak peek of Negan after he got out of the cell. I will do that, and go check out other videos. There will be videos more in depth of some of this from the trailer breakdown in a couple of weeks of time and stuff like that. And yeah, give this video a big thumbs up and let me know your thoughts and opinion about it and all that stuff. So yeah, and if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, because we do talk about The Walking Dead and other stuff like that. And right before I end this video, I'm doing a channel update of different stuff that I want to talk about. That's going to be talking about the channel. So stay from that. I'm going to put it up by the weekend. This video will be out before the channel update, but I will try to link it in the description or up an icon and stuff like that. And so, yeah, so I'll talk to you guys in my next video.